Last week, I was delighted to welcome to the programme Margot Buckley. She runs the Cudeca charity shop in Avenida del Mar here in Marbella. Joining me today, still talking about Cudeca, is Esther Raez. And there is a lot to talk about because they've just had the first, I believe, Joan Hunt Awards, which we want to know more about. Esther, how lovely to see you again.
How lovely to see you too, Nicole.
It's been way too long.
Yeah. It's been ages since I don't see you.
I know, but you're looking fabulous.
Thank you so much, you too.
So much going on. Congratulations with all the marketing incentives for Cudeca, which is the cancer hospice, which are very few and far between. So that our community has a cancer hospice is thanks to Joan Hunt, who unfortunately passed away not too long ago.
Yeah.
And also not too long ago, the Joan Hunt Awards. So it's nice that the legacy is carrying on, not just in the hospice, but in other initiatives. Tell us more.
Well, it's been an amazing time lately, Nicole. We've just celebrated the closure of the 1 in a Million campaign, which was in memory of Joan Hunt, because Joan Hunt just passed away 1 year ago, more or less, a little bit more than that. And then we had the closure of that campaign, which was really successful. We raised 400,000 euros.
That is impressive.
Ourselves. But then our benefactor, Dr. Yusuf Hamid, he said he was going to top that up to the million. So we are planning a lot of things to do with that million.
That is an impressive donation.
I mean, I haven't seen that before. I haven't seen that before in any other crowdfunding campaigns. If you have a look at the website and you go to big NGOs celebrating and organizing crowdfunding campaigns, this doesn't happen like that. And we are very privileged for that.
Well, how wonderful that you set the sights on $1 million so that that could be possible. Sometimes we set our sights too low because you think you can't get there, and then you get a surprise donation of 600,000 euros.
You see, what happens is that when we actually had the idea, it wasn't our own idea, it was Martin Nathan's.
Radio
exactly, it was his idea to say, Joan Hunt was 1 in a million. It was a lady who was 1 in a million. So why don't we call the campaign 1 in a million, and we go for the million? Because she would be very proud for that. And then Marisa Martin, our CEO, was delighted with the idea, and we were all feeling the same way. So we went for it. Yeah, it was difficult, but then people started to give. People started to say something back, and we don't have enough thank words to say to the community.
What happens to this money, Esther? Where does it go? What is it spent on?
This campaign was organized with the objective to build and remodel Joan Hunt's house into the pediatric unit for children and adolescents. So we are going to be building up in October, more or less, starting the remodeling of the house. And then it's also to cover the costs for the team. We do have the pediatric doctor with us already, and we do have the nurse. And so they're already working. They do have 2 children they're caring for right now at this specific minute. One of them is actually in Marbella, the other one is in Estepona. So, I mean,
this is and the teams, what they do is because you have the hospice, but then you have teams that visit people and I suppose help them from home, because you can't have that many people actually in the hospice because you've got limited beds.
That's right. Actually, the idea is to have, we do have 10 beds, 10 rooms in the hospice, and the idea is to provide care in people's homes. So that's the majority of the job that we do is in people's homes. This is something that the community don't really know, but basically what we do is caring for more than 400 patients a month, and this number is increasing.
So you go to all these people's homes to administer treatments.
That's right.
Psychological help as well, I imagine.
That's right, and sometimes it's also helping people in the mourning process. So when they already lost someone they love, we are still there with them. So this is something that we also do.
when I was with Jose at the San Pedro shop, and I will be showing you my visit there in just a moment, she was saying that the ways of volunteering, one is obviously the very much needed volunteers in the shops,
Yeah.
but also visiting people's homes. So you don't necessarily have to be qualified to do some of the caregiving aspects.
Yeah. The thing is that when we have a group of volunteers interested in the caring side of the volunteer work, it's true that you don't have to be a nurse, you don't have to be anything specific, but we teach them.
You go a training course.
Exactly. We give them a little training course. It's a month long, and we train them in how to give that care. It's not only about being nice to the person. You need to know exactly some of the signs. You need to. There's some words that you can also use, and there's some wisdom behind helping someone in that specific time of their lives, and we want to give the best care we can, and so that's why we do this training course. But it's very simple and it's easy to do, and if you're interested in it, you are going to get it really straight away.
That's wonderful. But also there are ways of collaborating, like driving to pick up donations or furniture, or working in the warehouse. I mean, it really is something for everyone. You can go and work in a shop, or you can do storage, you can do ironing. I mean, there's so many opportunities.
There are many things. Also in the hospice, they can volunteer. We have volunteers helping us in the administration office. Sometimes I need help with press, with the newspapers when we're on the press. Well, we cut these pieces out and we put them in, we scan them and we put them into specific folders, and I need help with that to give you a little example. So I do have a volunteer, Mari Carmen, who's helping me to do that, and she comes regularly.
And social media, I suppose there are many ways of helping, whether it's sharing your posts, donating actual money.
That's right. It's when you have within yourself the need to be a volunteer, you contact Cudeca, and my colleagues in the volunteer department will have an interview with you, and then they will get to know you better, and then they will offer things to do for the foundation, and they will tell you, would you like to do caring volunteering, would you like to do shops volunteering, would you like to be helping in the office, because everything you do for us is helping us to continue caring. So it's up to you what you want to give and how much time you have. And
it's very interesting. I have to say that I went to the shop on Saturday and I did to volunteer, but in the end I had this interview with Jose, and she showed me all the different, and then looking at the form is when you realize how many ways there are actually to collaborate, and then also it could be one morning a month. Doesn't have to be all the time. Every little bit helps.
Exactly. It's something really nice to do. It's something that we can take advantage of it, and it's something very direct. I mean, you can just give your time in the best way you can, just getting in touch with us, because you can think, oh, I don't have the ability to help, and what can I do for Cudeca? I mean, I don't know nothing about that. Well, you may not know anything about palliative care, but you maybe know something about computers, you maybe know something about ironing, as you said. You may be very good at selling, you may be very good at, socializing with people in charity.
Events, organizing
That's
events.
right, exactly. So there are many ways to help.
Tell us a bit about the Joan Hunt Awards, because unfortunately I couldn't make it personally. But I knew you were coming on the show, so I wasn't going to miss out.
Yeah, actually you were really nice, because we were supposed to be meeting before the event, but you waited for me to be able to come here and tell you about the awards. I mean, it was really emotional, because it's the first time that we are having these awards. It's in memory of Joan Hunt, and Diputación de Málaga was really kind and nice to think about this, and they just suggested this idea, and we were, I mean, it was an incredible moment to being able to celebrate this, and we got together and chose a few categories to award people. And
what were they?
Well, we had a cultural award, we had the let me remember well. We had the cultural, the media one. We had the company's business and work in progress. We had the local initiatives, and we had the one more that I'm forgetting now.
But it's
sorry.
nice that it covers basically
really nice
the different categories of people who support Cudeca.
That's right, and it's all about how these people, how these initiatives helped the community. So that's the recognition about, and it's all about the foreign community. It's focusing on the foreign community. So all these people who were awarded, they know Spanish people, they know Malaga people, but all of them said, I feel like I am a Malagueño, a Boquerón. So it was really nice. It was really, really emotional.
It's a very rewarding job to work with Cudeca. But when I was at the shops, as you will see, I actually made them cry because you ask questions, and everyone like yourself, unfortunately, is not everyone, but a lot of people collaborate with Cudeca because they've been touched by something that you just want to help other people not suffer or be more aware, more supported.
That's right.
So it's very challenging, I'm sure, on a daily basis.
It is challenging, but very often I get in touch with people who have organized charity events before or have done something for Cudeca before, and they always say, as you just mentioned, they always say, I want to do that because Cudeca gave me so much when my mother, my dad, my sister, my brother, my cousin, whoever, my husband, was cared by you. So you can feel the energy, and and that sometimes you need to get yourself together a little bit. But I mean, I'm very lucky to see those moments, to live those moments.
Without a doubt, to work in something that's a passion and that you can help other people in such a big way is a blessing.
It is.
Well, Esther, I'm so happy that we had a chance to catch up. Congratulations.
Thank you
We
so
will
much.
be, after the break, visiting the Cudeca charity shop in San Pedro. So don't go away, because I'll be back in just a moment. Thank you.
Hey, hey.